I know, folks, I'm ending this marathon in a lot of rants, but I gotta be honest, as much as I love Stallone, I don't love every single movie he's done. I love a lot of movies he's done, but lately, not so much. Again, the last film I truly enjoyed with Stallone was The Expendables in 2010. But you get to a film which I actually have this along with a few others because someone I know got them for me who lives here locally, and they know I'm a fan of Stallone. Found these for cheap and got them for me as a present. And hey, I'll take it for the collection, but they didn't know. They don't watch my channel. But hey, it's a gift, so I didn't say anything about it. But yeah, so that's why I have it, along with some, the others, like like these two. It's like, hey, I got a gift. Here you go. I know you're a fan of Stallone. I'm like, yeah, I am, but you know what? I'm fine with that because it's for the collection. I have the collection. It actually worked out fine because that way I did not have to go find a download link or VOD rent it. So, hey, it was a gift for free from someone I know around here. Grudge Match, I gave this another shot. And just from the cover, you could tell this is a lame fuck of a movie. A rivalry 30 years in the making, De Niro versus Stallone. I never thought of that as, oh, well, what would happen is Rocky and Raging Bull fought. I'm not one of those guys. First off, just I don't really give a shit about Raging Bull. If I want to see Robert De Niro at that time frame, I'll see Taxi Driver, which I enjoy, not Raging Bull. Second off, I don't give a shit about Ray. To me, Rocky wins hands down, in my opinion. Third off, you get these two together, and it's for a shitty comedy that's just simply not funny. Directed by Peter Segal, who did Adam Sandler movies. I think he did the Tommy Boy, which I enjoy. The Tommy Boy, I love Tommy Boy. Only it's the right director when you're working with these two actors. When you get fucking BJ jokes where Robert De Niro's son is named BJ, and then the grandson's asking, "What's a BJ? What's a BJ? Oh, it's a butterscotch jelly beans. Oh, I want 100, butterscotch jelly beans." And that fucking kid is one of the worst fucking kids I've ever seen in my fucking life. He's so fucking irritating. Oh, golly! I want to take his fucking head, kick it through a fucking field goal, then take it, slam his head through a fucking basketball hoop, then take it and kick it into a fucking fan going 100 miles an hour, then take it, put it in a fucking garbage can, throw it down a fucking street, scoop it up, put it in a fucking... put in a fucking fire, burn up, take the fucking ashes, blow in the fucking wind. Oh, that's harsh. Because the kid is so fucking annoying, irritating, horrible. He is one of the worst fucking kids I've ever seen in a movie. Period. And I've seen a lot of movies. He's one of the worst, most annoying. He's a wart on an ass. He's so loud and annoying as fuck. I'm like, why the hell did the director and no one see this go, you know what, tone down, kid. Let's tone this kid down. Maybe I shouldn't blame the kid, though. I think the kid sucks, but I should be blaming the people around him for having him act that way. Instead of going, you know what, tone it down. Don't be so loud. Don't be so annoying. Don't be so irritating. And nothing. The only good I can say is the few scenes where Sylvester Stallone has scenes with Kim Basinger. Because I like Kim Basinger, and it's cool to see those two on the screen together. And I think they work fairly well with each other. Other than that, yeah, Robert De Niro, who it's just sad to see him in this movie. Stallone, why are you doing a boxing comedy? Just because you're Rocky. Rocky Balboa should have been the last time you dealt with boxing. Because you did Creed, which was crap. You did this, which was unfunny horse shit. Oh, that's speaking of which, you have a fucking joke about horse piss. Oh, put your hands in these. It's horse piss. No, it's actually vinegar. No, I'm lying, it's horse piss. No, I'm lying, it's vinegar. You had a scene where fucking Robert De Niro's doing sit-ups to his son, played by John Bernthal, who's the new Punisher on. He was on Daredevil season 2. Now he's getting his own TV show. And John Bernthal, like, did you fart? Did you just fart in my face? You have dialogue about between Sylvester Stallone and Alan Arkin, either about iPads or about Alan Arkin saying, "Oh, you could be doing the bone dance with her," or "Man, your muscles as rusty as my balls," or literally doing a twerking humping move with his tongue out. Alan Arkin I like. I do not need to ever in my fucking life see Alan Arkin doing this with his tongue out, humping the fucking air. And I don't need to see fucking Kevin Hart being, "Hey, come on, don't fight, you guys, why?" The one movie I did not mind Kevin Hart was Central Intelligence. You wanna know why? Well, there's various reasons why I like the film. One is Kevin Hart was toned down. Someone went up and said, "Tone down your shtick. Tone it down." Here, the worst parts of Chris Tucker, and I like Chris Tucker, but when he, goes apeshit and is like, "Okay, that's enough." That's how I feel about, and I like Chris Tucker. I like Chris Tucker more than Kevin Hart. How people feel about Chris Tucker is how I feel about Kevin Hart. I'm tired of seeing him in fucking movies. Hell, Chris Tucker did like 5 movies and then retired. Kevin Hart is in a movie every week, it seems, or every month. I'm tired of seeing him in fucking movies. Unless he's going to be toned down like Central Intelligence. Otherwise, shut the fuck up. I don't think his shtick is funny. I don't think his comedy routines are funny. I don't think his stand-up is funny. And he's too fucking loud, too fucking annoying. Calm the fuck down. Take a chill pill. Smoke some weed. I don't know. And Stallone, why are you doing a boxing comedy after Rocky Balboa where everyone made fun of you for doing the film and you proved them wrong? Here, you've proven them right. Because you made such a shitty, unfunny comedy with boxing. Hell, if you want to do a comedy with sports, do a football comedy where you're the coach of a football team. Like there's an NFL team or some other team and you're a football coach. I'll see a football comedy. Haven't seen that in a while. I liked The Replacements. I liked Necessary Roughness. Do a football comedy where you're the coach, driving your team hard, and some crazy shit happens. And maybe someone like Rob De Niro, or hell, Al Pacino. Al Pacino to play his role from fucking Any Given Sunday or that type, and they're rival coaches of football teams. That's what I like to see. Because I've seen these two guys in Copland, and it just makes me want to go back and watch Copland, which I love. If you don't get these two guys together, again, you could tell, well, from what I understand, it was given to Robert De Niro first, and then he's like, "Hey, why don't we get Stallone and do this whole Raging Bull Rocky thing?" Which to me never intrigued me. And I think that's what they were going for in the marketing. They thought people would want to see that. Not really, because the film bombed. It cost $40 million, which how the fuck did this movie cost $40 million? I guess only for paychecks. And it only made $40 million worldwide. When you that is a flop. Because you got marketing, you got the money that's split between the movie theaters and the studio. It's a fucking flop. And it deserved the flop. And the story's not much. These two back in the day, you have this flashback footage that looks like crap because it's a young Stallone and young De Niro that look awkward with very, very obvious CGI enhancements. Like a friend of mine said, it's imagine, Tron Legacy when Jeff Bridges, that looks weird. And they had two matches. One Robert De Niro won, one Stallone won. There's going to be a rematch, a third one, a grudge match. Stallone retires, and when he says, "I'm going to retire from boxing," he looks so fucking fake. The CGI, I mean, it looks fake. It looks like a video game, like a PS3 cutscene. His face from a PS3 cutscene. And it goes to modern day, and so much shit in this movie just reminds me of better Rocky films. the Rocky films. I guess that's the point. But Stallone working a blue-collar job in sort of a factory. That just makes me think of Rocky 2 when he had to go work at the meat market. There's a scene later on where they're doing a commercial and Stallone's fucking up in the commercial. Just so you think of Rocky 2. Beast aftershave, take 1. Hello, my name's Rocky Balboa, the Italian stallion. And he's fucked up the commercial, and that's done better there. It's 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 worked out better. The little goofs are funnier, and then the result of that is more sad, like it's supposed to be. Like, he realizes he can't talk in front of a camera, and he's trying his best what to do, trying very hard, but it's failing. So the only thing he knows is the box. Hell, they even take this thing from Rocky 2 when one eye is fucked up. They take so much shit from Rocky 2, and it's a rematch. It's a rematch. His eye is fucked up, and the people don't want him to fight. His manager, Mickey, or this plays Alan Arkin, and Talia Shire or Kim Baser don't want him to fight at the end, but ultimately he does. It's just fighters fight. It's a rematch, like he had a rematch with Apollo Creed. The commercial, Beast Aftershave, or this one for this restaurant or whatever. They take so much from Rocky 2. It's like Rocky 2, and then they dusted off a shitty strip for Rocky 6. It's like, well, before Rocky Balboa, which is a great movie, there were all these other strips, and you know what? They dusted off a shitty script for Rocky 6. They brushed it off. They gave it to whoever the hell it was first, whether Robert De Niro or Stallone. I don't care at this point. Oh yeah, let's do this. And for comedy, when you don't laugh, the one fucking laugh I got was during the end credits when Kevin Hart is talking to Evander Holyfield and Mike Tyson and trying to get them to fight. You see Evander Holyfield and Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson's apologizing for biting Evander's ear, and Kevin Hart's trying to get Evander to say yes. He keeps saying no until Kevin Hart goes, "I'm gonna get you part in Hangover 4." And Evander's like, "I'm listening." And Mike Tyson goes, "You son of a bitch," and tries to beat the shit out of Kevin Hart. That's, to me, the funniest part of the movie. It has nothing to do with these two guys, sadly. And it's during the end fucking credits. And like I said, okay, it takes place modern day. Stallone is working this blue-collar job, while De Niro, it's like a restaurant he owns, or a car dealership. I forget what it was. I think it was a restaurant he owns, and he does stuff like he does this act with a fucking boxer puppet dressed up as a boxer. Stallone is talking. He's friends with Alan Arkin, who was his manager back in the day. Anthony Anderson is in here in a nothing role as this nurse. Hell, he's listed in the credits as Sandpaper Hands. Because Alan Arkin says his hands are like sandpaper. He doesn't even have a fucking name in the credits. That's how little of a role Anthony Anderson is. I'm like, that's Anthony Anderson. Why is he in a nothing role like this? Like, this is what you do when you're getting into the business, not when you've been the star of fucking movies. You starred in a Jared Bruckheimer produced movie, Kangaroo Jack. You were in movies like Romy Must Die and Exit Wounds with Steven Seagal, and you were in fucking Transformers in 2007. Now you're in a nothing role as a male nurse. You have one scene that lasts 10 seconds long, and you get like 2 lines of dialogue. Nothing of them funny. It's just, hey, I'm just trying to do my job. And he doesn't even get a name, and it's like, why the fuck is Anthony Anderson there? Alan Arkin, I think he's horrible. He's just a guy who's a pervert, who gets, at one point, Stallone to put his hands in this. Oh, it's horse piss. What? No, it's vinegar. What? No, it's horse piss. No, I'm kidding. It's vinegar. Or talking about how, again, you could be doing the bone dance with her. Talking about Kim Basinger. Or your muscles as rusty as my balls. And Alan Arkin humping the air with his tongue out. I mean, stick your tongue up your ass. God, come on. I like Alan Arkin. I don't want to be saying that, but he's annoying. It's a poorly written script. I think that's the worst part of this movie. The script is piss poor. Tim Kelleher and Rodney Rothman, you did a horrible job on the screenplay. It's unfunny, it's uninteresting, it's boring. Stallone doesn't even seem like he wants to be there. Certain moments here with Kim Basinger are fine, but he seems very low energy. He really feels like he does not want to be on the set. He doesn't want to be on the movie. He just wants to fucking leave or be, get his paycheck. I don't need to see Stallone getting a prostate exam. Any second now, I'm ready from the scene Moon River. I don't need to see Stallone getting a prostate check. But, I mean, the film, Kevin Hart sees Sly. Kevin Hart was the son of the manager that fucked him over. But this guy who fucked him over with money, but Kevin Hart's trying, he had nothing to do with that. And he gets Sly to do this video game, so he's dressed up in that green stuff for motion capture. De Niro shows up, they throw stuff at each other. The video people capture gets a lot of hits, and all of a sudden Kevin Hart gets an offer, hey, you guys have a rematch. Stallone keeps saying no, ultimately he does. De Niro admits to Kevin Hart that he banged Stallone's girlfriend back in the day. And I guess Sly and Kim Basinger try to get back with each other. Kim Basinger's an old girlfriend of Sly that at one point had sex with Robert De Niro and she regrets it. Kim Basinger, I thought, did a good job. Yeah, I have no problems with Kim Basinger in the film. And this film doesn't really understand certain things. For example, if you have two guys who were boxing heavyweights, they were champions, getting ready to do a rematch. I don't care how old they are. You would not have a press conference with only 10 fucking people there. It would be filled up. It would not just have 10 people. And it's just doing the shit that they did in Rocky Balboa, where telling old jokes. Like in Rocky Balboa, and Rocky Balboa did that better. So when one of you guys did fall down, will you say that you can't get back up? It's just all these shitty old jokes. I mean, Stallone, you did this movie, and you did it better in Rocky 2 with a lot of the stuff in Rocky Balboa. And I'm tired of seeing Stallone deal with boxing. I'm sorry. I'm tired of Stallone dealing with boxing. Deal with another sport. Deal with the NFL. Hell, be a basketball coach for all I care. That'd be fine. You think these basketball coaches played a lot of basketball? Well, maybe that's, I'll take that back. But he need to play basketball coach. That'd be fine. Play basketball coach. Hell, if you want to do a comedy, do a basketball comedy where you're a coach, or a football comedy where you're the coach. Not go back to boxing fucking again. Again, trying to do this commercial like Beast Aftershave Rocky 2, but it fails. LL Cool J's in the film saying he doesn't want to train Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro is able to beat him up, so he allows him to train at the facility, meets with his son that he had with Kim Basinger back in the day, John Bernthal, who just found out about his real dad a week ago. His character's name is BJ, because you gotta get a lot of BJ jokes in there. Stallone and Alan Arkin talking about iPads. Stallone saying, oh, I'm just jerking your chain. Both him and De Niro trying to sing the Star Spangled Banner, but neither know the words. Tons of shitty Rocky jokes, like Alan Arkin giving him eggs to drink and telling him, now don't throw up. Or when they're in the meat locker and Stallone is ready to punch the meat, Alan Arkin's like, what are you doing? I thought we were going to punch the meat. No, we're just here to get dinner. Then why the fuck are you back there with the meat? If you're going to get dinner, if I go to McDonald's, they're not going to take me to where they slaughter the cow for the burgers. Or they're not going to take me to the back. If I'm getting dinner at McDonald's, they're not going to get me to the back where they're actually making the burger. You're up in front. Was just here to buy dinner. Then why the fuck are you back there anyway in the first place? Just for a shitty joke about Rocky. Like 50 fucking jokes about Rocky. I'm a fan of Rocky. You don't need that many fucking jokes about Rocky. If you want to do a fucking Rocky comedy, maybe you should have done it back in the day. But here, no. Not after, Rocky Balboa. And hell, if it was funny, maybe it would work. It's not funny, though. And then De Niro, he's trying to jump rope, and the guy's saying, your boobs bounce like a bad Baywatch. You have one of the worst kids in the world, so irritating and loud and annoying, who is John Bernthal's son, that he shows to Robert De Niro. When, like I said, De Niro's doing sit-ups, and John Bernthal's like, did you just fart in my face? Yeah, because again, we need fart jokes, we need blowjob jokes, we need horse piss jokes, we need prostate exam jokes. Yeah, this is what you want in a De Niro Stallone movie. BJ's, horse piss, fucking farts in the face, and BJ horse piss, farts in the face, and a loud as fuck Kevin Hart. I don't give a fuck about Kevin Fart. Fart his career away for all I care. I'm tired of seeing this fucking guy. And then you get to a scene which is confusing as hell to me. They're supposed to do this thing where they're at the UFC, the Octagon. And for some reason, these boxers are making fun of the UFC, the Octagon. Why the fuck would boxers make fun of that? From what I understand, boxers really respect those guys. Same with wrestlers. Maybe you have some UFC that don't respect wrestling, but I would think boxers would respect UFC because they're both real contact sports. Why the fuck would these guys make fun of it? It makes them look like assholes. Make them look like creeps. You make these two unlikable. Like they invite you to their place, and you guys like, well, I don't know. I mean, they're wrestling around. I don't know. Pretty much saying that they're gay. These are our leads we're supposed to like? And they're making fun of these guys? No wonder the guy wants to beat the shit out of them. And then Stallone punches him. But like, why would these boxers make fun of the Octagon? Maybe someone can explain that to me. Maybe my wires are crossed. Maybe they're not all together connected. Someone explain why that would happen. Why would boxers make fun of the Octagon? They wouldn't. That's what I mean. The people who made this film don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They don't know what the fuck they're writing. Neither does the director. I know you did some Adam Sandler movies. Some of them I don't mind. I don't mind anger management. That doesn't mean you should be doing a film with De Niro and Stallone. And like, they couldn't get together for a cop movie? Like, Copland's great. Get together for another cop movie, or another drama, or an action film. No, it's gotta be an unfunny boxing comedy. No one needs to see another boxing comedy, because there's not that many good ones. Great White Hope, Great White Hype, I don't remember much of it. Neither Played to the Bone. I know my friend hated that one. But yeah, that's where you get the kid asking what a BJ is, and De Niro says it's butterscotch jelly beans. Well, I want butterscotch jelly beans. Yeah, all in your fucking mouth. So you just shut the fuck up. Oh, you're being rude. Yeah, so what? The kid's probably fucking 10 years old now. No, he's probably 15 years old now. I mean, this was 2000. This is like 4 years ago. Believe me, when he grows up and he watches this, he's going to be embarrassed as well. So maybe I don't blame the kid himself. I blame the people around him make him act that way. And when I'm saying all that, folks, I'm talking about the character. So relax. I'm talking about the character, not real life. And De Niro takes the kid to the bar, and he doesn't pay attention. The kid's driving, and they get in a little accident. Meanwhile, Stallone and Kim Basinger, their car gets hit by another car, and they're both... John Bernthal is pissed at Robert De Niro, and on the same time, they find Kim Basinger and Alan Arkin find out that Stallone's blind in one eye. They finally get to the fight. It's a lame fight where that's another thing. I don't buy Robert De Niro kicking Stallone's ass. Stallone is still chiseled to shit. Those HGH or whatever that he's taking surely help. He's still chiseled to shit. He's still in great shape. I don't buy De Niro kicking Stallone's ass. I'm sorry. I don't. I just do not buy Robert De Niro kicking Stallone's ass in a boxing ring. I don't care if he's in Raging Bull. That film is more about him beating the shit out of his wife than boxing, from what I remember. I haven't seen that movie in decades, so maybe it's one of those movies I have to revisit, to be fair. But I remember more, it's black and white, he beats the shit out of his wife more than opponents in the ring. But it's a lame fight, lame choreography, there's no suspense. And I guess the reason why, I have to assume, the reason they made Stallone blind in one eye is to make it more equal and believable that Robert De Niro could beat Stallone. That's the only way I could see it. Which then, if that's the key, then it proves my point that this is a match that no one would care to really see. And it proved truthful because no one saw it at the fucking box office. But at one point, Robert De Niro knocks down Stallone, but then he lifts him up. Then Stallone knocks Robert De Niro down, lifts them up, and then it's a split decision. And I think Stallone's carried one split decision. And then later on, this running gag is Stallone doesn't have a TV, so now he does have a TV. He's watching Dancing with the Stars with Kevin Hart and Alan Arkin, and De Niro's on Dancing with the Stars. Because earlier Alan Arkin said, "Come on, do you have a TV? I gotta watch Dancing with the Stars. All old people have to see Dancing with the Stars." Again, those are the jokes! And the one fucking joke that worked is a fucking mid-credit scene with Evander Holyfield and Mike Tyson. There are nine of these characters. These actors. Hell, if he did a 20-minute little film with Evander Holyfield and Mike Tyson, that'd probably be funny. Hell, the one bit they had was funny. That's the only time I laughed. So it's a shitty comedy. It's not funny. It's not entertaining. Stallone looks bored. I think it's one of his weakest performances ever. I really do. It's one of his weakest performances. Because, with all due respect to Stallone, I think he's sleepwalking through the film. He's sleepwalking through the role. He has no energy, no drive. He's just just very low key and very minimal, and he just seems bored or slightly bored. De Niro, I like Robert De Niro as an actor. Taxi Driver, Heat, I reviewed Heat, love Heat with him and Al Pacino. This, he's not bad acting, it's just the script fails him. Kevin Hart, annoying as fuck. Him and Alan Arkin, their dialogue is lame. Just Alan Arkin told him a lot of jokes about him. Kevin Hart being small, and Kevin Hart, a lot of jokes about Alan Arkin being old. And then you got the horse piss, the blow jobs, the butterscotch jelly beans, the fart in the faces, the lame ass fight at the end, the direction, nothing in the direction screams any kind of actual direction. No cool, interesting shots, or interesting locations, or camera work, or photography. Just point and shoot shit. And it's funny, this film had 5 fucking producers. 5 producers. And none of them could make a good movie. Trevor Rabin's score is instantly forgettable. I don't remember one note from it. Songs. Oh yeah, that stupid fucking song. I remember being annoyed by the fucking commercials. For you. I don't know what the fuck the commercial was for. Was it for a car or was it for something else? I can't remember. I just remember a commercial. I would get annoyed every time I hear it because I got so annoyed with that fucking song they have in this movie. For you, ba da da na na. I'm like, shut the god. Of course, you had to have that annoying fucking song in here. The one song I liked was Back in Black AC/DC. They play that when Stallone comes out to the ring. Although he's not really wearing black, he's wearing white. He just has a little black here, but... So, okay. He's wearing a white robe, but you don't play Back in Black. Okay? I love the song, but it's like, why don't you put him in a black robe? I'm surprised they put him in a black robe with yellow lettering and steal more shit from, just take more shit from Rocky 2. I don't think he had a black robe. I just remember Rocky 2 yellow coloring in Rocky 2. I just keep thinking Rocky 2 because this film steals so many fucking things from Rocky 2, which I love Rocky 2, and I love Rocky Balboa, and fuck this goddamn movie. Grudge Match. Yeah, it's a grudge. Yeah, this is a rematch because I reviewed this fucking movie before, and it's a grudge match, and this movie could go fuck itself. In fact, I don't need to punch it. It fails on itself. It knocks itself the fuck out. I don't have to do anything to it. Fuck that movie.